Hi everyone! Today we have my GMade GS01 Range Rover Classic. I love driving these RC crawlers and trail trucks. I think they're perfect vehicles for taking on walks and hikes because they tend to last a long time on a single battery. Unlike their full-size counterparts, these tend to be more efficient than similar-sized on-road vehicles, and that's because the gearing on these are usually very, very low. And electric motors tend to be a lot more efficient when they're able to spin very fast with very little load and very little resistance. So the gearing of these trucks definitely allow for that. Also, being lower turn motors helps a lot as well. So perfect vehicles for trail walks and hikes. So I love taking these things on hikes. And actually, the first time I ever drove this particular car was on a hike on like a mountain trail on one of the road trips I went on. And that was back when this was still a Komodo. And I thought it'd be fitting for its maiden voyage as a Range Rover that I take it for another RC road trip. So what I did today was kind of more of an urban setting. So I took it from my apartment across my city to the local park, drove it around the trail at the park, did some little bit of rock crawling, drove all the way back, maybe picked up some food on the way. So quite a bit of an adventure for such a tiny truck, but very excited to embark on it. So without further ado, let's throw a battery in it and go for a little RC road trip. made it to the park. Drove here just fine. I'm still on the first nickel metal hydride battery. And honestly, I think my radio is probably gonna run out of battery before the truck does, because I brought plenty of battery for the truck, but not for the radio. My mistake. But before we hit the trail behind me there, I'm gonna put some bug spray on because this trail does have a lot of mosquitoes in it. So bug spray on, and then let's hit the woods. Let's go. It's just raining all morning, so everything's gonna be wet and moist. There's probably gonna be a shit ton of mosquitoes. We'll see how it does. Into the woods we go. I don't know if the camera is picking it up too well, but those lights look phenomenal in the shade. Especially those amber corner lights. So, even though I put bug spray on, I am getting swarmed by mosquitoes. So, a lot of these guys seem like they are resistant to the bug spray, which is fantastic. But, oops, the truck is still doing great. I'm going to continue my walk. it looks way different than the last time I was here, which was in the winter. There's definitely a lot more vegetation and a lot more mosquitoes. Also, it looks like they redid this bridge, which is cool. It would have been cool to do a little rock crawling river crossing over there, but there's just too much mosquitoes and vegetation around. So we don't get eaten alive by these damn mosquitoes, we're gonna keep up the pace. Made it out of the woods. I know a spot with some nice rocks over here, so we're gonna go do that. There's a mud pit up here, and of course we gotta take it through the mud pit. So I think it's a good time to start heading back home. So let's turn this around and get going. So the first battery just died after an hour and a half of running on road, on the trail, and some rock crawling. So I swapped in a 7-cell hump pack, a nickel metal hydride again, just for a little more speed on the way home. So the sun seems to be going down soon, so let's start heading home. Let's see if we can make it down these stairs in one piece. Dinner required. Well, we're finally home. Let's unload my sandwich. Free it from here. Still nice and toasty. What a trooper. So you can see the truck behind me. It did absolutely amazing. Honestly, no real issues. So no real issues with the truck. It performed awesome throughout the entire walk and hike. Nothing broke, nothing went wrong. All I did was basically over an hour and a half on a single battery pack, 4200 milliamp hour nickel metal hydride 6-cell pack, and then just for the drive home, swapped in a 7-cell nickel metal pack, 3000 milliamp hour. Nothing too crazy, but it made it home with plenty of juice left. But I'm gonna get both of those batteries charged. Also quite sweaty. I can't wait to hop in the shower and eat my sandwich. My cat's also happy that I'm home again. That was about a 2-hour walk, a little over 2-hour walk, round trip. My legs are pretty tired. I'm definitely gonna get a lot of good sleep tonight, which is really good. But yeah, I haven't honestly run this truck a lot, but to be honest, this truck and my sawback probably have equal amounts of mileage on them. This one's been used a lot more often. But the only times I've ever used this particular chassis was for long walks and stuff. The first time I really drove it was on a trail hike in Ohio, and I just completed this hike around my city. So GMade makes really good stuff, even though it's pretty old. And yeah, very happy. And I hope everyone enjoyed this video. And have a great day and have fun with RC.